Title: Across the Atlantic, Olivia and Ava's London Adventure. The journey begins. Olivia and Ava had been planning this trip for months. London had always been on their bucket list, and now, standing in the bustling terminal of John F. at Kennedy Airport, their dream was finally coming true. "Did you pack your travel adapter?" Ava asked, flipping through her passport. "Of course. And I have an extra, just in case you forgot," Olivia teased. Ava rolled her eyes. "Please, I'm more prepared than you think. Now, let's get through security, before you start panicking." With their boarding passes in hand, they navigated the maze of security lines, duty-free shops, and last-minute snack purchases. Olivia insisted on buying a neck pillow, while Ava grabbed a novel for the flight. 7 hours on a plane, Olivia sighed as they boarded. "Let's hope we don't get stuck next to a snorer." As luck would have it, they found themselves seated next to an overly enthusiastic elderly woman who was eager to share her life story. Olivia and Ava exchanged amused glances and settled in for the long flight. Landing in London. The moment their plane touched down at Heathrow Airport, exhaustion mixed with excitement. "London, baby!" Ava cheered, stretching her arms as they stepped off the plane. The cool, crisp air was a refreshing change from New York's humidity. After a smooth customs check, they hopped on the Heathrow Express, their first taste of London's efficient transport system. "We need to try fish and chips," Olivia declared, looking at their itinerary. "First, let's check into the hotel, before you start talking about food," Ava replied, shaking her head. They arrived at their boutique hotel in Covent Garden, a charming place with a view of the bustling streets below. After a quick freshening up, they were ready to explore. London calling. Their first stop was the iconic Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. "Did you know Big Ben isn't actually the clock? It's the bell inside," Ava said smugly. "Look at you, Miss Tour Guide," Olivia teased. They took dozens of photos, stopping for coffee at a cozy riverside cafe. Their next destination was the London Eye, offering them breathtaking views of the city. As they stepped into their glass capsule, Olivia grinned. "Imagine if we could see all of London in one go." Ava leaned on the railing, taking in the sight. "It's like a living postcard." The day continued with a stroll through Westminster Abbey, where history whispered through the grand halls. They ended the evening at Borough Market, indulging in fish and chips, perfectly golden and crispy. "Best decision ever," Olivia said, between bites. A royal encounter. The next morning, they set out for Buckingham Palace, hoping to catch the famous changing of the guard. The crowd was thick, but they found a good spot. As the guards marched in unison, Olivia turned to Ava. "Do you think the Queen is having tea right now?" Ava laughed. "Probably. With biscuits and all." After the ceremony, they took a leisurely walk through St. James's Park, feeding ducks and enjoying the rare London sunshine. Their day continued at Harrods, where they gawped at the luxurious displays. Olivia nearly fainted at the price of a designer handbag. "That's more than my rent," she gasped. Ava smirked. "Welcome to London. The Tower and a ghostly tale." The next stop on their itinerary was the Tower of London, a place filled with history and, according to legend, ghosts. Their tour guide, an animated beefeater, led them through the ancient halls, sharing chilling stories. "Some say Anne Boleyn's ghost still walks these corridors," he said in a hushed tone. Olivia shivered. "Okay, this just turned into a horror movie." They admired the crown jewels, dazzled by the sheer opulence. "Imagine wearing one of those to a party," Ava joked. You need a security team just to go to the bathroom, Olivia added. Tea time and the West End. No trip to London was complete without afternoon tea. They found a charming tea house and indulged in warm scones, clotted cream, and the finest Earl Grey. How do the British make everything feel so fancy? Olivia wondered. It's the accents, Eva decided. That evening, they had tickets to a West End show. They chose a classic musical and were completely mesmerized by the performance. This might be my favorite night so far, Eva whispered as the curtain fell. Agreed, Olivia said, applauding enthusiastically. Day trip to Windsor. For a break from the city, they took a train to Windsor Castle. This place is straight out of a fairy tale, Eva said, admiring the grand architecture. They explored the staterooms and even spotted the royal guards. Olivia attempted a British accent, much to Eva's horror. Please stop, Eva groaned. You sound like a pirate. After a delightful lunch in the town of Windsor, they returned to London, exhausted but happy. Camden Market and the final adventure. Their last full day was spent exploring Camden Market, a paradise of vintage treasures and street food. They picked up quirky souvenirs, and Olivia convinced Eva to try a strange fusion dish, Korean barbecue tacos. This is weirdly amazing, Eva admitted. As the sun set, they made their way to Primrose Hill, watching the city lights twinkle. This trip was everything I hoped for, Olivia sighed. And more, Eva agreed. The next morning, they packed up, said goodbye to their cozy hotel, and headed to the airport. As they boarded their flight back to New York, Olivia smiled. Where to next? Eva grinned. Anywhere the adventure takes us. The end.
Please subscribe for more practicing English by informative content.